Okay, so this time we're going to do a problem where we don't know the magnitudes of these vectors, and that means that adding two vectors, there's a range of possible directions that you can get. So let's say that we have a vector A like this, and a vector B like this. And we want to know first the range of possible directions for A plus B. And second, sort of another, okay, so, and the key thing here is that these vectors both have unknown magnitudes. Okay, so another way of asking this question kind of is to say maybe we know the magnitudes of these vectors. We could know them or not know them for this second way. And we have some number times A plus some number times B, and M and N have unknown, those are unknown numbers, but we know that, let's say M is positive and N is negative. Okay. So for the first one, so we're not going to do this the same way that we do vector addition. There's going to be a range of values between these. So for this, what we're going to do is, like we did in that first lab of preliminary skills, you're going to think of these as like hands of a clock, and you're going to give all the possible, the range of directions between these two directions. So pause the video and see if you can come up with the range of directions between these two. That represents all the possible directions for A plus B. So for part A, we would have, so there's the vector in the direction of A. There's the vector in the direction of B. And if you add up A plus B, you're going to get something in that range of directions. Okay, so now B, it's sort of a similar question. The unknown values M and N multiplied by these vectors have the effect of making the magnitudes unknown. But we do know that, that M is positive and N is negative. Okay, so the first step here is come up with the vectors, the directions of the vectors MA and NB. Well, M is positive, so see if you can come up with the direction of the vector MA. Pause the video. If you multiply a positive number times a vector, you get the same direction back, and so that's the vector MA. Now see if you can come up with the direction of the vector NB, where N is negative. Pause the video. Well, a negative number times B is just going to be in the exact opposite direction. So N times B is going to be a vector in that direction, exactly opposite the direction of B. And now the last step is to give the range of directions in between these two. So pause the video and see if you can come up with that range of directions. And the answer is all of these. So what that's saying is, if you know you're adding MA plus NB, and you know that M is positive and you know that N is negative, but you don't know the magnitudes of M and N, the answer has to be somewhere in this range of directions.